Hey you guys, it's Brit. Today I'm here to talk to you for a few minutes about Bits of Bri move to Hawaii. I had a few thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so Bits of Bri, aka Brianna K, is a mommy vlogger here on YouTube. I have talked about her before on my channel. About a week ago, she put up a video saying that they are moving to Hawaii. I watched the video. I also watched Dad Challenge podcast react to it. Before I watched anyone else's video on this, I automatically had tons of questions. First one was, what happened to your dream house that you were building in Ohio? Why would you move, completely across the country? Secondly, when I watched this video, this to me looked like they were packing for a vacation, an extended vacation, but nevertheless a vacation, not a move. Typically when you move, you're putting stuff into boxes, not suitcases. So I had a ton of questions. I went to the comments section on this video before I did any more research. People were on the same page with me. Of course, she has her stans who believe anything that she says, but a lot of people are saying this is strange. What happened to the new house you built or you are building? Why are you organizing if you're moving? Someone else said, if I were uprooting my whole family and moving to Hawaii in one week, decluttering under the bathroom sink would not be high on my priority list. Something is off. And then, of course, any comment that's questioning her, she completely ignores. Or once in a while, she will address them and call them trolls. It's just like Katie Joy. Not everyone who has a question and isn't sending you flowers and chocolates is a troll. Some people just have questions, and some people see right through all of your BS that you're feeding them. And those people are not trolls. So if you want to know what trolls are, see my video on trolls. I'll put the thumbnail right here. So I had a few of you reach out to me regarding this move to Hawaii. I wanted to sit on this for a little while and see what the next video that she was going to put out was going to be. And of course she comes with this new home tour, Hawaii Beach House Tour 2021. Here's a tour of our new home. We moved to Hawaii in 2021, and here's a tour of our fully furnished beach house. First of all, no offense to Bri, she does not have an audience the size or get the engagement needed to buy a mansion in Hawaii. Not buying it. Anyway, moving on. Next, one of you mentioned this program called Movers and Shakas. I did a little more research on this and I found a few articles discussing what this program is, and it lines up to a T as far as the timeline of when this all would have happened. This article, published on CNBC, was on December 9th, and it says, this Hawaii program will pay your airfare to live and work remotely from the islands. And then it goes on to say, Hawaii will welcome 50 newcomers from out of state in the coming months thanks to a new temporary residency program called Movers and Shakas. Formed by a group of local nonprofits, alumni associations, and business leaders in partnership with the state government, the initiative aims to attract working professionals from around the U.S. to move and work remotely from Hawaii, contribute to the local economy, and get involved in community building efforts severely impacted by the Rona and the I'll put the word here. YouTube is weird. If you think about this, if Bri's manager or one of her YouTube friends told her about this, it would have been the perfect opportunity for her. She does YouTube. Her husband, who knows what he does? I think he works from home or something like that. So why wouldn't they take advantage of this? Go to Hawaii. They can create content around it. But instead of saying, hey guys, we're going to Hawaii for a few months, we're going to have some really cool content and be able to bring you guys along for the journey, she comes up with this big elaborate lie to make it seem like they're moving there. And they have this big house on the beach and all of this nice furniture and all. Like, here's the thing that I don't get about YouTubers. YouTubers think that their subscribers are stupid, and that really bothers me because nobody is dumb. if you are lying to your audience, you will be seen through. And that's exactly what happened with this Bits of Bri moving to Hawaii, crap show. It goes on to say, organizers point to the program's unique give and get structure. Professionals will work remotely from the islands and contribute their skills and expertise to diversify the local business community. I don't know what she's really going to be giving. I mean, she expects her kids for money on YouTube, so I don't really see how that's going to diversify the local business community. But moving on, new residents will also be expected to volunteer with local nonprofits that serve the community's youth education, entrepreneurship efforts, and more. So that does make sense because she was a teacher, so she will probably be able to use her degree. I assume her degree is in education, so she will be able to use that towards the education piece and working with the community's youth. So I guess that she could give back that way, but as far as her just going there to make YouTube videos, that's not really doing anything special. In return, new residents will receive free airfare to the state and get to enjoy life in Hawaii. The program will also help newcomers get settled through discounted living accommodations, co-working space memberships, and other deals throughout their stay. So all of this makes perfect sense. They're staying in this beach house that they would never be able to afford. They probably got a really fair discount on it. The airfare was covered, so all that they had to do was come up with the 3-month, rental, whatever the negotiated price was. Even if Josh from Dad Challenge, he showed the price, and he said even with a, really fair discount, it's probably around $100,000 for them to stay in this house. You guys, I could do so many things with $100,000. Going to Hawaii and lying to my subscribers by saying that I am moving is not even on the list. It's not even at the bottom of the list. It's not even on the list because A, I would never lie to you guys about something like that. It's pathetic. But secondly, who cares? Is Hawaii cool? Yeah, but go for a vacation for a couple weeks. Stay in a hotel. You don't have to lie to your subscribers. Just say that you're going on a vacation. I said this such a long time ago. Don't lie and don't be an asshole. That's kind of my mantra for YouTubers. And I'm consistently seeing either YouTubers lie to their subscribers or being an asshole. Some get a little bit of both. Some are one or the other. But there are so many where they get themselves in these pickles and it could have all been thrown away and not even brought up if they would have not lied. So there's one guy that says, in the early summer, he moved himself, his wife, and their 1-year-old daughter to Hawaii, where he continues to work remotely as CEO of KWH Analytics, a data analytics and financial services firm for the solar energy industry. His parents live nearby and are also happy to have family closer to home. So essentially, this program, Movers and Shakas, they were accepting applications through December 15th, 2020. There were 50 people selected out of the group that applied, and they were flown to, is it Oahu? I think, don't come for me. But that's exactly where Bri's Instagram pictures are being tagged from. Participants will be expected to move within 1 month of being notified of acceptance, work remotely for a mainland employer, and volunteer 15 hours per month and stay on the island for at least 1 month. So I don't know what work remotely for a mainland employer means. I don't know if there's certain circumstances where she said, well, we make YouTube videos. I don't know if maybe that maybe her husband is doing something with a mainland employer. I don't know what that means, but as far as the timeline and everything that I've seen, this lines up with it perfectly. Visitors to Hawaii, which has maintained one of the lowest per capita rates of Rona infections in the country, must either obtain a negative virus test within 72 hours of departure or quarantine for 14 days upon arrival. I mean, that would have been easy to do. They could have gotten a test before they left Ohio and shown that. But you guys, you can see her, Everything is just so phony with all of these mommy vloggers, honestly. You know, she's got the pineapples and all of a sudden she's saying aloha, and like it's just all too much. Someone, I sorted the comments from the most recent on her house tour, and someone 11 minutes ago said, "Are you liking the Movers and Shaka's program? How are you planning on giving back to the community? What do you want to encourage your viewers to do that is positive in their own community that is similar to the Movers and Shaka's program?" Someone else, "How are you going to move to Hawaii and leave us in the dark about what's going on? You're just going to make a video and not explain? Super sketch." Someone said this place is $13,000 per week. Even if they got it at a 50% discount, you guys, like, that is still so much money. That is so tone deaf to all of your subscribers who are, you know, literally not able to leave their homes. A lot of them, some of them have lost their jobs. Many of them are not able to feed their own family. And here you are making this kind of content. Like, this is, it's just an added layer to show how tone deaf all of these family vloggers are. And it's not only, here's the thing, it's not only family vloggers, it's a lot of YouTubers. But the reason that it makes me so angry with the family vloggers is A, because of how they gain popularity by showing every moment of their children's lives, obviously. But secondly, you have to look at the audience too. So the audience that's watching Bri is different than the audience that is watching, you know, James Charles or Nikita Dragon, who is also being tone deaf. But when you have a mommy vlogger who's being tone deaf, those are other moms that are now trying to compare themselves to Bri and trying to emulate what she's doing in order to maybe get a little bit of traction on their own. And this can cause a lot of, in my opinion, it can cause a lot of harm to someone's self-worth, their mental health, and the way that they look at themselves. I will always say this. Don't even think twice. Think 20 times about who you are supporting on YouTube. Honestly, I watched both of her videos, and even if it wasn't a problem of being a family vlogger, a mommy vlogger, whatever you want to call her, this content sucks. It's not entertaining. It doesn't bring any value. I can't relate with any of these mommy vloggers. And it's not just because I'm not a mom. It's so much more than that. It's because I'm not attracted to phony people, and it's boring. It is so yawn-inducing for me to sit here and watch this mom walk around with her baby and show this house that nobody that watches her would ever be able to afford to stay in this house. So like, why are you showing it to us? It's all just way, way, way too much. I did want to read this last comment. Someone said, "Bri, you're a totally different person from when you started your channel. Actually, you are different from last year." So I didn't watch Bri last year, but I've heard this from several people, how she has changed a lot as of lately. And I think if it's just one or two people saying that maybe that's just their perspective, and you know, they're entitled to their opinion. But when you hear it from many people and you're hearing the same phrase, that might be something that you want to look at. You started your channel so that you could be relatable to other moms and build up other women. But now you're just some mommy vlogger who shows a lifestyle that's completely unattainable for 99% of your audience. And when people come to you with questions, you call them trolls. That's a bad, bad way to go about YouTube. Sad what these vloggers will do just for content. Why is she lying? This is so embarrassing. That's what I'm saying. Like, this could have been handled in a completely different manner. She could have come to her channel and said, "Hey, we have this really cool opportunity. I realize that we shouldn't be traveling during the pandemic, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We really want to take advantage of it. This is what it is. This is the deal. we're going to bring you guys along and show you what it's all about. But instead, she says that they're moving. It's just so dumb. It really is. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to touch on is the fact that they left their dog in Ohio, most likely with family, because nobody's going to board their dog for 3 months. This, you guys, I look at we look at Axel as in a completely different light than maybe a lot of people do. I'm not going to go anywhere where I can't bring him. That's just how I roll. If there was ever a situation where I had to go somewhere and I just couldn't bring him, then I would make sure that my time away was as short as possible. There's just no way that I would leave him, even if it was with family. I'm not going to leave my dog for 3 months. Never going to happen. So I understand that, and I've already thought about this, like there might be a time in my life where I have to leave and it's a place where either Axel can't come or it's not a drivable distance, so we have to take a plane, and I won't put Axel on an airplane. That's just something that I will never, ever, ever do. So that might be a scenario, but if it did come up, then I would make sure that my trip was the shortest amount of time possible. I'm going to go there, do what I got to do, and book it back home. The whole thing just screams phony, fake. Ugh. Like, I just feel really grossed out by this, and it is so, like, don't sit there and say that you want to build women up and encourage other moms and then do something like this. It is so gross. And, then we've already talked about her class where she charges $1,000 to teach people how to be a YouTuber. That can't be taught, and all the shit that she's telling you can find for free online. I'll link that video down below if you want to hear more about it, but this is just, it's just gross in my opinion. It is just so dumb to lie. There are so many different ways to deliver this than to make up this extravagant lie. Essentially trick your followers, because that's what you've done to some of them. A lot of them can see right through you. But if you were one of those subscribers who saw through her, that would have been a decision for me to stop supporting her. If I was a subscriber, I just can't support someone who's going to come up with this extravagant lie and then continue to build content around it and monetize the lie. It's so gross. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Bits of Bri situation. If you guys like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.